I've been working really hard on kind of cultivating this work-home separation.
Hmm.
Takes some years to develop, as you know. And so
Right.
this year I really got that together where I really wasn't bringing too much home, and home was home and work was work. And now they're like completely conflated. So
Hmm.
personally, for me, that's really challenging because I'm just not as productive in both my work life, and I'm just not as good as at relaxing now either.
Yeah.
Because my
Have
couch is on my workspace too.
Have you guys been able to do input like a virtual learning in some form in your district?
Yeah, so we're calling it distance learning. We're not going to call it
Okay.
online learning, just because we know a lot of our students don't have equal access to technology and Wi-Fi and
Mhm.
all the stuff they need to actually do online learning. So we're calling it distance learning, where students can come to the school and actually pick up food along with work.
It's interesting that you guys are, honestly, we're hardly even trying in Michigan to do online learning. It's just like kind of been like tossed out almost in a way. But
I mean, it makes sense to an extent when you look at the fact that students don't have equal access. So to like
Right.
what extent do you hold them accountable? The reason we're approaching it is because we're a school that works with a lot of kids that have been pushed out. And
Mhm.
so we're very flexible with, we don't really do like failures. It's more just
Got
like
you.
you get the credit or you don't, but we don't like give Fs or anything. And so we know our kids sometimes don't come to school for a couple weeks at a time. And so we're just trying to make sure that our kids do have opportunity. So we're just trying to be
Hmm.
like an open door. So like if you
Okay.
are able to like come in and do this work, we're going to encourage you. But if you're not able to, we also understand reasons why our
Great.
students are
Got
not,
you.
but we're trying our best to provide them with a curriculum should they
Hmm.
choose to access it. And also providing them with resources to be able to do the work. So we're trying to log who has access to internet and who doesn't, so we can try to figure out how to get internet in their home so that they can do the work if they want to. But also a lot of our kids are dealing with homelessness, so we're trying to make sure that they are sheltered, uh,
Yeah.
so that they
Jeez.
can have a home to stay at,
Hmm.
and that they can benefit from some of the resources that are going to be coming into the community. Because a lot of
Yeah.
them can't do it through a parent or guardian. They have to figure out another way to access services.
Right.
So
Okay.
there's multi-tier challenges there. So
Yeah.
our main priority is making sure they're eating, they have a place to sleep, and then after that's figured out, hopefully they can, just to kind of keep their mind on something, like for mental health, if anything.
do you envision the way that society functions, the way that we interact, etc., that any change that will be long term, that will be semi-permanent?
I think realistically, policy-wise, not much, because there have been many events that have gone on that should have changed the way we saw things and the way we did things. But I think there will be pushes among like the left and advocates to try to create a system where, you know, things like healthcare is not tied to work, because now what's going to happen to the people that are
Right.
unemployed, and that affects my family directly as well. um what does education need to look like? I mean, I think this system, that what has happened so far has really exposed the technology divide, and
Yeah.
to what extent students are reliant on schools, not only for an education, but also love, support, shelter, food, and so given that, we should be investing more in schools. I mean,
Right.
that's what, we should have a greater appreciation for teachers and nurses and those essential workers, right? So hypothetically, this should be a wake-up call, but I'm not super optimistic.